All right, hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Let's see. Hopefully this is working. Is everybody able to hear me or not? Do-do-do-do. Let's see. Are you guys able to hear me all right? Is my music okay? Everything like that. Hi-oh. Great. Glad we can hear. Well, and Channy, seems like you're going to be the only one here right now. This was indeed very last minute, but if others come, we will welcome them. Let's see. I have my water this time. I did not do... I learned from last time. Just in case. Alrighty. So, we will get started with the Technoblade Cantrips options, as well as just drawing. That's what we're going to be doing today. I'm planning on drawing some background practice because I really need that at this moment. So yeah, let's see. Making sure everything is all right. Okay, coolio. So, hopefully my voice is not too loud. I did have like a server update or Windows update, and I had to redo all of my noise stuff. Okay, so let's see. So the background that I'm trying to do right now, I want to save this really quickly. Save. I'm going to do Wonderland. So I want to make sort of like a background for Wonderland for my Not Alice thing. Sort of was inspired a little bit by like the botanical gardens that I checked out on July 4th. I was like, and from my like old versions of like my webcomic that I did that, you know, I don't know when I'll ever get back to that. My backgrounds were so basic, and I want to improve that to have more of that Wonderland feel. So that's what I'm basically going to be doing as I attempt this. So my Wonderland-esque, I want to try and find some references. If you want to post some references also, I would very much appreciate that, just so that I can have some inspiration as I'm drawing these backgrounds. I'm going to put that in my assist the vids in my Discord. If you have any Wonderland-esque feeling, Wonderland-esque background that I can use as inspo, I'd love to see it here for me practicing. I can't spell practicing. Backgrounds. Alright, there we go. I'm going to be, I don't know, I want to do like thumbnails of various different types of possible background ideas. I'm also going to keep like a foresty theme, as though, you know, this is when Lena meets Cheshire Cat for the first time, or they revisit this forest sort of feel. That's what I want as my background practice. As for the Technoblade stuff, you guys will have a bit more free reign on that. I won't say which cantrips I've chosen thus far and which one I might switch out, because as I mentioned last time when we were doing Philzas and I started questioning everything in my life, because I'm just like, oh my gosh, some of his cantrips might be overlapping with Philzas, and I don't know if I want them overlapping or if I want them to serve two different purposes. Hi Abigail, welcome. So I already took out some cantrips that I'm like, okay, this is obviously not going to work for Technoblade. And some of these other ones are just like, oh, okay, they're up in the air. And you guys get to sort of chat about it a little bit. And I'll respond to how you guys sort of like, dislike, or are mid feeling for these cantrips. In terms of cantrips use, we're going to try and limit it to maybe 5 and 6 cantrips to choose from. And of course, these cantrips are not limited to just warlock cantrips due to the fact that Technoblade does have the tome. Tome. Last time, yes, tome. Pack of the tome. So, let's see. A lot of the cantrips that I already took out were cantrips that I felt would not fit Technoblade's build because they either took too much action economy away from his fighter build, from his extra attack, right? Because extra attack is great. I know Green Flame Blade is great for warlock builds, but it's not really the best for fighter builds. And the reason why is because Green Flame Blade is a magic spell rather than a melee attack. So extra attack does not apply to Green Flame Blade. So basically you're using Green Flame Blade and you're unable to use melee attack anymore. And being that Technoblade is a melee fighter and he's going to be doing a lot of damage using his melee, Green Flame Blade sort of takes away from that. So that's why I took a lot of like some other spell options as well, like Booming Blade. Same thing. That's a it takes up a spell melee attack rather than it's spell attack rather than a melee attack, so it doesn't fall under extra attack. So with the options that we have, we're going to think hard on, can this be used in battle? If not, does it provide a lot of option for utility and or out of battle help? And if it is going to be used in battle, is it worth not using extra attack in favor of the cantrip? So that's what we're thinking of. Right. So we want some attack one options, probably range, in order to, make up for the fact that Technoblade can't, or, because like he's a melee fighter, that's like 5 feet. But maybe there's a chance where like an enemy is running away and he wants to hit him, or an enemy is coming towards him and he's like, okay, I can make a hit on him until I reach him. So probably range attacks are the best. And we are not going to do Eldritch Blast because I want to do something different. I will say Chill Touch is my favorite in terms of the range attack, because I think it's 120 feet. And, no one's going to be able to run that meter, so I feel like it's worth the action economy. He will have a crossbow, but he won't have the crossbow feat, expert feat. So extra attack won't work on crossbow due to the ammunition reload. Yeah, Firebolt might, if we were to flavor it as though it's a, fire cantrip, not fire cantrip, fire arrow from a Minecraft flame bow. There we go. Let's see. It's a 3d10 at the very least for him, because he's not going to be that high as of right now. 1d10, that's good damage. Flammable items hit. Ignite. Nice. If he wants to be a person of arson, that's also a good option. Let's see. Another one I also really like is Toll of the Dead, because it involves a bell. And Technoblade loves his bell. Yes, yes. So, and I think Toll of the Dead is how far? 120 feet also, or is it 60? Go down here. Toll of the Dead, 60 feet. So not nearly as long as Chill Touch. And they're both necrotic, if I remember correctly. However, with Toll of the Dead, he also gets the added bonus of it being a 1d12 if they're already missing necrotic damage. Sapling Sting? Let's go see. Sapling Sting... I honestly don't know, I just put it on there because it was an option. So let's see, Sapling Sting. Necromancy, 30 feet. I think this is actually... this is a homebrew one from Critical Role, and it's also a Constitution save. Nope! Getting that out of here. We don't want you. Goodbye. There we go. Let's see. In terms of, let's say, Chill Touch. Because do we want to stack up Chill Touch and Toll of the Dead, or do we just want Toll of the Dead, right? I know, I'm really tempted to get Vicious Mockery. I'm like, would he use it in battle, or would it solely be something that he uses outside of battle? Because I think Vicious Mockery is only 30 feet, right? So it's not too much. Oh, it's actually 60 feet. Ooh. 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 Might become more viable now that it's 60 feet. Because you would have to use a dash action if you were 60 feet away to get to him. Oof. However, I also like the idea, because I have this image in my head, right, of an animatic slash short of Tommy in it and Technoblade saying, you know, one of his sarcastic comments, and Tommy being like, oh my goodness, do you have Vicious Mockery? And Technoblade saying no. And Tommy's just like, oh, well, why do I still feel the emotional damage? And Technoblade would be like, well, that's because you're stupid. So it's either that, so if we take Vicious Mockery, still works. If it doesn't, still works. Because emotional damage, even if it's not psychic, still hurts emotionally. In terms of rocket launcher, yeah, that's where that firebolt might come in, where that rocket launcher kind of feel. Or using that crossbow, because he will have a crossbow. I think heavy crossbow is what I have for him. However, he's not going to use it as often, which makes sense still in the DnD Dream SMP, because he doesn't use it as often either in that, only in key points. And then I'm planning on homebrewing like a firework arrow, because other people use fireworks rocket launcher crossbows. But in terms of Chill Touch, right? Chill Touch is also really viable. Because even though it stacks up, right, with Toll of the Dead, with necromancy spells, or necromancy, so if somebody is like resistant or immune to necromancy, GG Technoblade. But like, look at this. If you hit it, they don't regain HP. Do you know how viable that is in PvP? You force your opponent to not be able to heal. That is crazy. And it's decent damage. And of course, if it's undead, you know, you gotta take care of those undead to keep it away from poor Philza. No baby zombies in this household. I know, Taumaturgy is All right. But if we go with Thaumaturgy, might as well go with Prestidigitation, right? Because aren't they very similar as it is? Let's go look at the difference between Thaumaturgy and Prestidigitation. You manifest a minor wonder, a sign of supernatural power. Your voice booms up to 3 times as loud for a minute. Flames flicker, dim, or change color. Harmless tremors on the ground. You create instantaneous sounds. You can cause an unlocked door or window to fly open or slam shut. And you can alter the appearance of your eyes for 1 minute. That does sound pretty thematic. You can cast 3 of the 1-minute effects at one time. That feels very similar to Prestidigitation, so let's compare. That is true, speeches. There's also the range difference. Thaumaturgy has a 30-foot range, while Prestidigitation has a 10-foot range. Wait, how long does Thaumaturgy last? Is it only a minute, or is it also an hour? Okay, but Thaumaturgy only lasts for a minute, while Prestidigitation lasts for an hour. Here we go. Right? So let's see. Very similar Prestidigitation. You can create sort of harmless effects for noise and sounds. You can snuff out light. Of course, it's at 10 feet instead of 30 feet, though. You can clean yourself. You know, maybe he's covered in blood and he wants to clean himself. Just gone. It can chill, warm, and flavor something for an hour. You know, I can imagine him using it for when. Oh, I can imagine using it when Tommy is like, you know, being a raccoon in his house when he first meets him, and then he's just like, okay, begrudgingly giving him warm soup. I think that's cute. Thank you, Channy, for properly spelling Prestidigitation. So Thaumaturgy is more like an aesthetic change, while Prestidigitation is, yeah, more like actual feature. You can make a color or small mark or symbol change. I mean, in this way, couldn't he technically also change his eye color? And then you can create a non-magical trinket or illusionary in your hand. I feel like this is very useful, especially if he's trying to pretend he has something in his hands to divert attention or anything like that, or scare people by accident, you know? It's like, oh my gosh, he has a TNT, run, sort of thing, yeah? I feel like Prestidigitation would probably be the choice. That's my guess. To have that usefulness, right? I also really like Mage Hand. Why? So imagine this. The Mage Hand is like a... what's the word? Symbol? Manifestation, that's the word. The manifestation of his chat. And that Mage Hand sort of has its own personality. Oh yeah, Technoblade definitely does not need help with intimidation. For sure. He does, I think. Yeah, he does have proficiency in that. I love how everybody agrees that Prestidigitation, we don't know how to spell it. We don't know how to say it. It just is. Well, granted, let's see, with Prestidigitation, right? Eye color change, I feel like the Prestidigitation is able to fulfill. Snuffing out torches and stuff like, able to fill. Louder voice, sadly not. But I guess Technoblade's just gonna have to be loud. In terms of guidance, right? Like, cause we were discussing this, right? We were discussing guidance. But if we give that to Philza, do we want to give that also to Technoblade? Because also, right? Also, if I remember correctly, guidance is a concentration-based spell. So, he's already limited on spells, and a lot of his warlock spells are concentration, right? Because do you really think I'm not going to give this man a hex? You really think I'm not going to give this man a hex? So he'd more so be using concentration for hex rather than for guidance. Unless he's only going to be using guidance for out of battle use, right? Because maybe Philza is the one that uses this. This is technically Animal Crossing, but not. It's the Ludwig and Schlatt's Symposium version of Animal Crossing music. For invisibility, he can make potions. Technoblade does have the ability to make potions, so he'll be using invisibility potions. But yes, so that's the concern, right? We're going to write down here. Control. Do we want Philza to just have it? Or both? This is the same thing with message, right? It's the same thing with message. Do we want Philza to just have, or both? Yeah, that's what I'm feeling, right? Where Technoblade wants to be using his concentration on Hex rather than on guidance. Because he doesn't really have as many allies that he would be buffing in comparison to Philza, because Philza's more back, while Technoblade's more front melee. So, I apologize, guidance, but you're going to get kicked out. And then what about the message? Same thing with Frostbite. It's the same issue with Philza. I like the frostiness, but I don't like the save. So I think I'm going to take this one out too. Because Technoblade cannot be wasting his action. Indeed. Technoblade Philza, classic frontline backline duo. And if they need to, Philza is able to use melee stuff if needed, and Technoblade's able to use range stuff as needed. So, you know, they have their strengths and weaknesses, but still are able to overcome their weaknesses if need be. They're just a classic duo in general. Technoblade mostly melee, Philza mostly range, but if need be, they can switch. Or be at the same field. Alright, what is lightning lore? I wrote that down because I just didn't know what it was. Okay, so we have stuff that we want. Let's start getting rid of stuff. Like, what is a no gracias? Alright. I like Primal Savagery because what's the word? Because of the thematics aspect, because yo fam, I love transformation Technoblade, but it takes an action, right? It would be so cool if it didn't take an action, and that it was just like something that just stayed for like a minute or something like that. Right, Channy? Yeah. If it wasn't an action, it would be great for Technoblade, but actions are worth too much for Technoblade for him to take that. Let's see. Lightning lore. Okay, that's what it was doing. You can lash out lightning within 15 feet, strength saving throw, or be pulled up to 10 feet towards you and take 1d8 lightning damage if it's within 5 feet of you. Fascinating, but I don't really see Technoblade as the lightning person, right? So I'm gonna take that out. Yeah, lightning lore, definitely not. Hello, Charlotte. Welcome. I'm guessing you forgot the O. Let's see. Indeed, action economy is the hardest part about being a powerhouse. Let's see. Should I change the color of the ones that we think are probably fully useful? Where are the colors? Oh, we'll make them red. Prestidigitation. Prestidigitation is just a fun thing to have just in general. Toll of the Dead. There we go. And then Firebolt, if for whatever reason we can't have that. Crossbow. However, at the same time, we already have a lot of ranged attack spells now if we keep Chill Touch and Toll of the Dead. Chill Touch for the HP unable to heal, like, great for battles, versus Toll of the Dead, because it's a bell. And it also gives 1d12 damage if you're already hurt, which, in Techno's case, for sure. If you're in battle, everybody's going to be hurt. For melee spells, maybe. Because, yes. However, yeah, during the execution event, right, he loses all of his armor as well as his weapons. However, he doesn't attack after that. And then once he escapes, right, Dream provides him with weapons. So he doesn't technically still need melee spells if need be. And then he could also use unarmed strikes if he wanted to. He wouldn't do as much, but hey. Let's see. Indeed, iron armor and a pickaxe, and that pickaxe was still enough to beat Quackity. But also, after the Quackity battle, he still was able to leave relatively quickly. He could also still hex the pickaxe. Hex pickaxe, and it's also enchanted, so probably would have added damage still, plus the what's the word? Plus extra attack, right? Yes. His AC would probably be very low in comparison to what he usually has, but it would probably be around 16 possibly, because like I imagine normal iron armor to be like chainmail. Let's see. Oh, you guys never answered my question. What about message? Is it just a Philza thing, or do we also want a Technoblade? Because I do remember you guys saying Technoblade would more so say things out loud than in secret in comparison to Philza. Yeah, Technoblade also won't be a total of 20 levels in this one, just because, once again, I like growth. The idea that even after the story ends, they can still grow. Yeah, we're going to take out message, just like with guidance. Let's see. Okay. What are some either utility or more so? Let's look at some of these and get rid of them. Like we know that he would probably not use this whatsoever. Like Shocking Grasp. What is that? Which one would he not have? Shocking Grasp. Lightning springs from your hand to deliver a shock. Makes a melee attack. Advantage if they're wearing metal, which is useful, but again, I don't really see Technoblade as a lightning kind of person. Right? It's also touch base. Yeah, that's a good recap, Channy. Chill Touch, definitely up there. Mage Hand up there to be like a manifestation of chat. I think that's super cute and fun. Toll of the Dead, maybe Firebolt, Prestidigitation, or Taumaturgy. Yeah. Indeed, Technoblade is for sure higher level, and so even without armor, he has the HP to tank. For real, he has the HP to tank. He has the HP to tank. You don't know how much his HP is scary, and he's not even a barbarian. Minor Illusion, maybe for the funsies. Oh, I deleted my thing. Spells, 5e, there we go. But is he an illusionist, though? Because I'm struggling with seeing him as an illusionist, but it would be fun. But maybe he's using Prestidigitation for that instead. Alrighty. I can't get too specific, Abigail, but he is definitely high level. You can also, if you want, you can compare him to Dream, because he's he's like that same kind of level progression as Dream, if you want that reference. Because I consider Dream and Technoblade to be like two halves, or like the two different sides of the same coin. For sure, face tanking, he definitely has HP, but remember, he usually, almost always has his armor. So, plus that together, crazy. So during those very small chances that he has no armor, he's still going to be able to live for quite a bit, especially if he is more so, like with the execution arc, right? Where he was more so escaping rather than fighting. So I think it still does fit that way, right? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Mind Sliver, I'm not really seeing it, right? Let's see. Mind Sliver, you create like a psychic damage and it subtracts from saving throws, right? As intelligence base. I'm not seeing it. Once again, it's an action economy sort of thing. I'm not seeing it. Yeah. We're going to get rid of that. Not seeing it. We might want to take out... Yeah, it's just not Techno. I deleted the spells list again! I spelled spells wrong. There we go. What's Acid Splash? Let's go see. I think this is another damaging one. Create a bubble of acid, dexterity saving throw, 1d6. It's kind of low damage. You can choose 2 creatures though, but you know, not all the creatures are right next to each other. I feel like this is not going to be as useful. Not to mention I don't... Yeah. Saving throws be like that. A Blade Ward. Let's see about that one. I like how I was planning on drawing, but then I just got too enraptured by Technoblade. Technoblade takes all of my time. You extend your hand and trace a sigil of warding in the air until your end of your next turn. You get resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage dealt by weapon attacks. Yeah, it feels barbarian, but as you said, Channy, it's an action, so not worth. Create Bonfire. I think that one's also a concentration-based spell. So I feel as though simply by the concentration alone, nah. Right? We feeling that? Not to mention, I see him more as an ice guy rather than a fire guy. Also, it's a dexterity saving throw. Yeah. Might as well just make your own bonfire at that point. Or for Techno, at least. Okay. And then in terms of Gust... I'm also not seeing Gust, right? Gust does not seem like a Technoblade thing. If anything, it looks more Philza than it does Gust. No, it looks more Philza than it does Technoblade. Magic Stones. I'm not really seeing him throwing Magic Stones as well. It's also an attack base. He already has a decent amount of attack spells now. Okay, so how about Mending? Do we want him to be a Mender? Mender. More so, I feel like... Oh, interesting. This spell can physically repair a magic item or construct, but the spell can't restore magic to such an object. Alright. I feel as though Mending... Nah. Right? Minor Illusion. We talked a little bit about that one. We'll come back to it. Mold's Earth. Let's see. Is this the utility we're looking for? "30 feet. Stays... It's either instantaneous or 1 hour. You can manipulate 5-foot cube of ground, basically. You can excavate 5 feet, move it, deposit it. You can shape, color both. Can change it. Dirt or stone on the ground makes it difficult terrain. Possibly if he wants to run away. More so, if I'm thinking Mold Earth, this would definitely be more utility. Like, let's say he is trying to create a ditch for himself to hide under, or to assist in, like, digging, or to send a message using the dirt for Philza to see. So I say, yeah, this is like a maybe. This is definitely more utility base. You're right. It's very Minecraft. So we'll color that green. It is indeed very Minecraft. The right color? Oh, there you go. Produce Flame. Again, I don't see him as a flame kind of person, right? Same thing with Sacred Flame. That's also an attack base, but it's radiant damage. But I don't really see him as a radiant user. Okay, Ray of Frost, that's also attack, and we're kind of stacked on attacks also. Let's see. I don't think Ray of Frost is a saving throw, though. Is it? Okay, yes. It is a ranged spell attack. It reduces the person's speed by 10, and it's cold damage instead. Yeah. I'm feeling... As much as Technoblade is cold, has the Arctic feel to him, I don't see him using ice that way. He definitely seems more necrotic in nature. Shape Water. Is this another... So this is a possible... Yeah, especially in comparison to the other spells of necrotic and their uses. Because even though they might be resistant to necrotic damage, they still get the effects of no healing and the effects of if it's an undead, right? So usefulness. Shocking Grasp. What was Shocking Grasp? Oh yeah, I remember now. Shocking Grasp, get rid of. Sword Burst. Yeah, let's see. Sword Burst. You create a momentary circle of spectral blades. Dexterity saving throw. You're right. Yep. Dexterity saving throw, and the damage is kind of low. And yeah, this feels more like a trap than anything else. A trap choice. Okay, let's go look at Shape Water. See if that is the... See, I like this music because the moment I hear that part of like fake words, I know that 20 minutes have passed. So we're at... I think we're at 40 minutes now? Yeah, we're at around 40 minutes now. Okay, Shape Water. It's sort of similar to Molten Earth, but instead you can change the flow of water, but it's not enough to cause damage. You can form it into simple shapes. You can change the color. You can free... This one doesn't feel as useful as Molten Earth, right? Yeah, Molten Earth seems more useful and makes more sense in comparison to Shape Water. Thunderclap, I feel like I'm pretty sure Thunderclap has a saving throw, so I think that's a no. A no-go at the station. Yep, oh, and it's a con save too, definitely no. Okay, and then Vicious Mockery. Okay, so this is our main list. Yeah, Thunderclap ain't that useful at all. I've never used Thunderclap before. Okay, so Vicious Mockery. I feel like Vicious Mockery would, if ever, would be used outside of battle because of that action economy, right? It's also a Wisdom save. Yeah, that disadvantage on the next attack roll is great and all, because that's definitely clutch, especially at lower levels, but at higher levels, not so much, right? And Dream SMP has a lot of higher level players. So I feel as though Vicious Mockery isn't going to be useful as in battle. And I love the idea of him being sarcastic. So because he's not getting Vicious Mockery, it's going to be a running joke that he does, but it's just emotional damage and it's not actually psychic damage. I really like Vicious Mockery though. It's so much fun. But we'll put Vicious Mockery in like the honorable mentions, right? Oh my gosh, what did I do? There we go. Dude. Honorable mentions. RIP. There we go. Around, I think it's 5 total, right? Yes. Because it's Cantrips from Warlock, and then Tomb, which is 5. Or Tomb, which is 3, so it equals 5. I think we're going to take out Firebolt, right? Sound like a good idea? Because we already have the damage ones from up here. Right. Yes, he's only bare bones minimum level 3 Warlock. Oh, does he get 3 from Warlock? I mean, see, you'd think I know these things by now, but sometimes it just disappears on me. I spelled Warlock wrong. Sag. No, it is 2 cantrips. That was right, yeah. He doesn't get the 3rd one until 4th level. Yeah. As tempting as that is, I feel like we want those fighter levels. Okay, so I think... Okay, let's go look at Minor Illusion really quickly. Dun, 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 dun. Minor Illusion. Where are you? I can't, I don't, what are letters? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, you can create a sound or image. 30 feet. You can create a sound, a volume, you can create little muddy footprints. Yeah, I feel like we remove Minor Illusion because I feel like you can use other things in place of it, right? Where, like, let's say like the muddy footprints, right? You can use Mold Earth for that. And if you want a smaller object, Prestidigitation also gives you a non-illusion or a non-magical illusionary item in your hand. So it still creates that illusion there. In terms of sound, Prestidigitation also gives it, along with Thaumaturgy, I believe. So yeah, I think we're going to take out Minor Illusion and keep that. How do you spell Thaumaturgy? There we go. So yes, I think those are going to be our 5, and then I'll sit on these 2. Personally, I'm feeling Prestidigitation simply because I'll be able to say Prestidigitation in the video, and everybody will know that I cannot say this word. And I think it'd be great. R.I.P. though, Vicious Mockery. You will be missed. So yeah, I think we have our cantrips. Yes, there we go. Okay, I just had to make sure I was thinking. I was doing my brain workouts, you know? So yes. Okay, alrighty. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. What? Let me go look at Prestidigitation real quick. Create harmless effect. Snuff out lights. Instantly clean. Chill, warm, and flavor. Make a color. Create a non-illusionary trinket. See, this is the option I'm going to give, right? We can keep Prestidigitation, right? Not have Vicious Mockery, or we can have Vicious Mockery and not Prestidigitation. Because I'm imagining, like, you know, if we have a Mage Hand can do this for him. Light something up within 30 feet. The other stuff, though, creating that illusionary effect, that chill, water, non-magical trinket. Yeah. I think we're going to just have to say goodbye to the Vicious Mockery. You will be missed. I definitely will mention honorable mentions for Vicious Mockery, though. All right, we did it. Thank you, especially Channy, with the back and forth, because this helps me process words. Dun, 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 dun. I will say I don't have to edit too much in my video, because a lot of this was similar to what I ended up. I just wanted to make sure that it made sense for everybody else. There are a few, I think 2 things that I'm going to switch out from the video, and that's an easy fix. Dun, dun, dun. No! You don't need to worry about talking a lot. Have you seen me? I've talked a lot as well. Oh my gosh, it's already been almost an hour. What happened? Technoblade took all of our time. Okay, let us focus on what is this? Let us focus on drawing. And just chatting, right? There we go. We can chat and speak to each other. Or at least the remainder of the time. Because Philza, unless you guys want to talk a little bit about Philza, but I'm not going to write anything down. I'll probably just re-listen to what I've done. Because I cannot type and draw at the same time. My hands are too busy. So let's see. So yeah, I'm just going to draw a little bit. If you guys want to draw with me, you can also do that. Ooh! One of my friends, I got a text message from one of my friends, like IRL friends, saying that she got a new desktop PC. I'm proud of her. I'm happy for her. Ooh. Alright. I'm gonna work really hard to try and finish Technoblades this month. I am so close. Yet I'm so worried that I'm not going to be able to. I really want to finish it in July. But everything doesn't like time management. What is that? When you have everything and nothing at all. Let's see. Okay. I think I'm going to do some thumbnails, and then you can help me choose the thumbnail for like backgrounds, right? And then I want to go off on my own to like color it, right? And you guys can tell me your opinions on that, of which thumbnail looks the best. Alrighty, let's see. We'll create. Oops, I'm in white. We'll create. How many thumbnails? Yeah, we're just gonna. That's a good looking square, right? That's a good looking square. Copy and paste. There we go. I'll make 4 options of thumbnails to see which kind, because I really need background practice. Backgrounds I consider to be one of my weakest skills, if that's the right word. Because I don't think I'm the only one in saying that we like drawing characters rather than than backgrounds. So I have more practice drawing characters, but not the pretty little backgrounds. Okay, so first, let's see. Yeah, Channy, see, yeah. What are backgrounds? Backgrounds don't exist. So let's see. We can have, I like the idea of having maybe like a tree in the foreground, right? We have like a tree in the foreground. Probably silhouetted, so that it's like a, let's go make this darker. Right, probably silhouetted. And also, you know, create some foreground, background differences, right? Gonna have that. And then, let's see. In terms of maybe sort of like, ooh, like a trail, right? How much of it? We can't, I'm thinking a very windy kind of trail, right? However, okay, 1 second. Let's go figure out these angles. Would the angles be this way? And this would be the foreground, right? Okay, so that would mean the biggest part of the trail would probably be here. Like that. And then some possible shrubbery of some sort. Kind of want some flowers, right? And then most likely some trees. And what Wonderland-y kind of feel is there, right? Probably have some mushrooms. Big ones, right? And of course, we cannot have just regular, normal ground. Probably needs, we can either make it like very messy. Well, it's not Alice in Wonderland AU. This is more, this is for not Alice. Well, I guess it can be considered an AU, maybe. Because basically it's an original story. Original story where a character falls into Wonderland, or what is believed to be Wonderland. But yes, Channy. In terms of the ground, though, how does one create interesting looking ground? Because I don't want it to be just like normal dirt ground. But I don't want it to be like a stone path either, because I want it to feel more messy, in a sense, because I think that was one of my issues, that I made the backgrounds too clean and plain. And when I think of Wonderland, I think of mess. Because it's just an inspiration of, and a manifestation of just everything gone awry. So, let's see. Probably some background over there. I'll probably have to find some references of, ooh, like ethereal. Let me go look at some references. Ethereal, forest vibes, aesthetic. Ooh, leaves, yes. Probably some leaves of some sort. Colorful leaves. That would make it have so much more texture. Right, there we go. Ooh, maybe a few stumps. Maybe some lighting coming in here. Probably some lighting. Oop, I do not like that. We're gonna change that to blue. Some lighting coming in. And from this corner. You're right, yeah, Feyworld might be a really good reference. So that's a first one. Very simple. Now let's try and focus on something else. Let me go look at some Feywild. I will say I have thought of if my characters were D&D characters, what would they be? And I for sure was just like, oh, Wonderland would for sure be the Feywild. So yeah, let's go see. Oh my gosh. People are such good artists. They inspire. Let's see. Ooh. Let's see. Okay. We can have sort of maybe more smaller versions where we can see the canopy, right? The canopy of the trees coming in. Right. So instead of like this lower point of view, right, this would be a lower point of view. This one would be more, I don't know what the word is, outstretched. Where you can actually see the canopy parts. And we'll have some light sources coming in, like maybe here. And let's see, some foreground mess. Definitely making sure we got some nice plant life. Probably some flowers, right? Maybe the path goes in this way. We'll make that a little darker just to shift the difference. And then, of course, some more of that. So yeah, this would definitely be a, let's say, we'll have that darker in this area. A little bit lighter here. Well, that's a different type of thumbnail, right? So do we want it to be more close up together or more outstretched? Let's go look at some more foresty lines. It does look like an establishing shot. Oh, is that the word? That's a perfect word. Thank you. It escaped me. Establishing shot. There we go. That is the word. Let's say, ooh, I don't know if I'm able to do this with my skill level as of right now, but it's like where you're looking upward, right? Where you could see like trees coming in from here. And the canopy is like this, right? With a couple of light sources. Let's see. Where are my light sources? There we go. Like little bits of light sources coming in this way, or like this way. Right? I have no idea if I have the skill to do this though. And then sort of like that. Trees. And then maybe some mushrooms. Some large flowers. And then maybe some mountains in the back. Hello JM, welcome. We sort of already finished a lot of the Technoblade stuff, so we're just sort of drawing. I'm trying to get inspiration on how to do what's the word? Backgrounds. And that's alright, you can just stop by. Thank you for saying hello though. Thank you. Stay safe, sleep tight. Enjoy your life. Bye. Alrighty. Let's see. Thank you. Yeah, I'm making some thumbnails right now. And struggling. And so this part would be like darker because there's like shade. Right? This part would be darker. That would have shade as well. Sort of surrounding the light source. So definitely a different feel compared to the other ones. Okay. What's another possible shot that we can do? I'm going to make this a little... Whoa! That is way too big. There we go. Some light source coming in this way. What's another POV shot that we can do? One with a river. Possibly. Yeah. Water has a big meaning in my little world. Let's see. Oh, but how would... Where would the water be? Would the water be in, like, the foreground, mid-ground, or background? Right? I might have to do some more thumbnails. Let's see. Provide me inspiration. Actually, I'm going to color this really quickly. That's a little bit of color right there. Okay. Where would a river be? Maybe sort of similar to like this feel right here, maybe like a establishing shot where it's coming from this side, right? We might have some maybe trees over here. The river's coming in that way. Maybe some trees coming out of it, connected. Trees in the background, foreground. Some shrubbery, some flowers. So that's what I noticed for my original drawings. There was a lack of flowers, and I feel like that's a crying shame. Ooh. With this one, you can't really see the tree leaves, right? I kind of want to do some tree leaves. Maybe we'll make them a little shorter. Like short trees. With some shrubbery right there. And this would be the foreground. There we go. Maybe a little dark on this side. Now that would probably be a light source, if anything. Like that. Alright, so that's a few choices. Might make a few more thumbnails. Yeah. I want to make a few more thumbnails. Actually, put you right here. I'm gonna scooch you there. Scooch you here. Scooch you here. And then make you guys a little bit smaller. There we go. So this point of view is looking up. This one is river establishing. Not. And then we're going to add maybe one more. All right, let's see. What's the inspo? I can't speak English anymore. I have lost my ability. Let's see. So Wonderland, at least in this Wonderland, right? How it works is, how much can I say? I will say that, spoilers in case you were following Not Alice for whatever reason, because I haven't been doing much content on that, but Wonderland in and of itself is kind of sentient, meaning that it does change and shift a little bit. Like, the forest will always be the forest, but the forest does shift and move and is kind of alive a little bit. So I do kind of want to have that sort of ethereal effect to it. Mischief. That definitely feels a little bit like the Feywild. And so I'm just practicing backgrounds right now. To just get some actual practice in and make it not as bland. So adding in more color, more lighting differences, a bit more stark, which is why I did the dark lighting here, and then you have the bright lighting here, just so that I can have some actual contrast in my practice. And I'm trying to figure out what's a fifth thumbnail that I can draw to make a choice out of. Let's see. What is Wonderland? What is Wonderland? Do we want to do another one with another river? Actually, I want to color in this river because how can you tell that it's a river or not? Go. I'm going to color that in. Why is it that color? I don't know. This is. Actually, maybe I should make it the color. There we go. That's going to be the river. Alright, so let's see. maybe another river one. But perhaps the perspective is like this, right? Where it's coming from us, from our point of view, right? Like we're in the river, perhaps. I would hate myself to draw this, but you know, I'm giving myself options here. And then you have the trees, some logs coming in, other trees sort of canopying over. Maybe some vines also. Oh, I should probably do that. Some vines over here. I love vines. Let me have some vines in there. Ooh, Table with the Mad Hatter will occur one day, because I do actually need to redraw that too, because it looked so bland before. But I sort of want to just focus on the forest aspect, as though like this is Lena being dropped off into Wonderland for the first time and she's in the forest. So like, I guess it sort of is like an establishing shot, like when she looks around and this is what she sees. Some shrubbery. This one just looks like a mess. I've made a new thumbnail that looks like a mess. I'm gonna erase that. I'm gonna redraw that right there. So, river. I wanna say it's a river. And then possibly some trees, some stumps coming in. And then some other trees nearby, probably going to move downwards, canopy-like style. And a few vines that fall. We'll have a few flowers. And then what would be at the very end though? More trees? Maybe a mountain? I have no idea. But of course the light would be coming in this way. And then in terms of color, now I'm thinking of an animation shot where it starts off third thumbnail and then it spins around more to the forest. You're causing me to do more work, aren't you? No. So third thumbnail. Which one's the third one? This one? Here, I'm gonna name them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So third thumbnail, yeah, because like she does start off on the ground. She's looking up more so canopy style. I just kind of want to make it feel like imposing. Oh no, you're all right, Channy. Yeah, it's just that when you said it, I also thought of it, and I'm also like, oh, I could do that. I could actually do that. I could cause more problems for myself. Because I now want to see it happen. Because I want to make the scenery where it's like Lena's point of view, where she sees the forest around her, and I'm adding more stuff into my to-do list. That's the hardest thing about drawing, is that you want to draw everything and you don't have enough time to do it. That is what I've learned over the years. Tree. I'm definitely going to have some canopy like that. Going to be probably colored in that manner. Alrighty, let's see. I do want to say that this is probably darker than the front. Okay, so thoughts. Which of these thumbnails look okay? Or mix and match them together, right? I want to say this one's... I like the circular canopy part, so I might move that circular canopy over to like this one, right? I want to change that to red. I like the circular canopy part, so I might move that over to here to create maybe like a new plant that looks a little weird, to create that shadow, to make it circular also. Yeah, we're actually going to keep that there. So I feel like number 5 is my weakest. Simply because I don't know if we want to be in the water. Number 1 or number 3? Let's see. I guess it's what's the purpose, right? What is the purpose that I'm trying to entail, right? So number 3 definitely has that overpowering feeling, right? Like this is a new place. You are small, you feel overpowered. While this one seems a little bit more welcoming, right? That one seems a bit more welcoming. Well, this feels more overpowered. This feels a bit more serene. Serene, but a little dangerous. Because of that dark spot right there that it's leading your eyes towards. If you want to know a little bit more about Wonderland, it's very much a live thing in my world, but it also is very dangerous. Where it looks sweet, but you will learn the secrets of this place more and more, and you will realize you do not want to be here, but are you even able to leave? So some of that feeling of feeling trapped, I like that as well. Where it seems okay, seems fine, but I don't know if you're going to be able to leave, sort of feeling. This one seems too nice. This one also seems very welcoming. Welcoming and calm. Let's see. I might do some more thumbnails with this new information, right? Oh no! I just made it all red. Let's see. Which one do I want to attempt first? I really don't know, man. I need to figure it out, though, of which one I want to end up drawing. I do think we'll knock off 5 and 4. I'm not feeling river. At least not right now. I can always do river another time. But I want to focus on just the what's the word? Just the bare bones forest aspect. Not adding anything more, because then it's going to maybe overwhelm me. So, overpowering, welcoming, or the establishing shot. I'm actually leaning towards maybe these two. Because I feel as though number 1 doesn't challenge me enough in terms of my skill set. So maybe, Channy, what are some of the features that you really like about number 1, and I can see if I can implement them into either 3 or 2. Let me go make some more. Some more thumbnails. And second thumbnail. Create 2 more, and then that'll be it for today. All right, so you like how open it feels and how the pathway leads your eyes to a point in a certain distance. Let's see. Maybe with this one, right? With number 3 or number 2, maybe we can inverse the color scheme a little bit, right? Or let's say my game experience. Are you talking about D&D? While I create a new thumbnail, I will answer your question, Crown. If you're talking about D&D. So far, my players have finished, leveling up to level 9, as mentioned before. They're currently preparing for something big. And doing some more investigation stuff. With my games, I tend to do a lot of roleplay-esque sort of style and investigation style. I love puzzles. But so far... Oh, and one of the hardest parts about D&D also is having everybody be there at the same time. It's so tough. Because some of my friends got new work schedules, so it's getting a bit more difficult to meet. So we're planning on splitting it Tuesday and Thursday. Not Thursday, Tuesday and Saturday. Tuesday with the people who can meet on Tuesday and Saturday with people who can meet on Saturday, just so that we can still move along the story. And then for major battles or major plot points, wait until everybody can come together. Because at this moment they're in this interesting transition phase. But I'm excited because we're getting really close to the part that I've been waiting to fulfill or to play for about a year now. And so I'm super excited, and I don't know how they're going to respond to it. And I'm not going to say it here because they do watch my streams sometimes. They might watch my VODs, and I want it to be a surprise. Let's see, maybe there's a canopy over here. Okay. So how about this, right? We have light that comes in this way, and then this is also lighted up as well. And then these trees are dark up in the front. I am also DMing for a new group, just for a one-shot, because their DM is no longer here for right now. And I'm excited for that, because it's going to be in the same world as my current, Latin American horror world. So that's going to be fun. Okay. How does this feel? Right? As in comparison to... Basically, it's number 2, but inversed. Yep. The adult life, everything changes. And you learn to live and adapt. And then, let's see, for number 3. How do I want to change number 3? To get that same overpowering feeling. I don't know what to do to change number 3. Maybe... Maybe we could add some more stuff where we have, like, you know, our major tree, right? Right over here. Tree over here, too. As you can tell, I've given up on making it pretty. Mushrooms, all this sort of stuff. All that. Canopy continues, canopy continues. Maybe a little bit more. And then maybe you can have, like, some grass leaves over here. Just, like, coming down on you. As though you are looking upwards. So this would have multiple different types of shading. You would have the main foreground of this thing over you. And then you would have a slightly lighter one from the trees. The canopy. Right. And then the light source probably be coming in this way. This way. As well as maybe some stray lights coming in. So we're going to erase this. Like that. Oh, Crown, so he's your youth leader. Nice. Yeah, I enjoy having or being a DM and having DMs that you can like chat and talk to and not just have it for D&D where it's like, you know, more than just being a D&D person. You can have them as like actual friends that you play other games with. You can talk to your life about, having that connection, all that sort of stuff. I definitely enjoy that. Okay, let's see. I think these are going to be my thumbnails for now. Yes. All right, I'm going to put these into Discord for everybody to vote on. And I think that will be it for now. Because I don't really have anything else planned for today. I was expecting to stream longer, but I ended up finishing Technoblade stuff in a decent amount of time. Crown, if you wanted to know what we did earlier, if you don't want to rewatch the stream, you don't have to. We talked about Technoblade's different cantrips because we had that discussion for what's the word? Like with Philza's last time, like a week and so ago, and it made me wonder, oh my gosh, do I need to switch out some of these cantrips that I had given him because I hadn't thought of Philza's cantrips. And Philza's cantrips can work for Technoblade just fine still because they're allies. So we ended up changing a few of them, and it's an easy fix. You know, it's like about a minute or two of audio that I just have to record, change, and put back into the whatchamacallit. And we have concluded to Chill Touch, Mage Hand, Mold Earth, Presidigitation, Toll the Dead. Vicious Mockery was of course a contender, but alas, Vicious Mockery was... It had to go due to action economy. So yeah. Oh, so you were here, Crown. Thank you for having joined us earlier. Perfectly happy with passive listeners too. I enjoy our passive listeners, our active listeners, because you provide nonetheless. Let's see. I'm going to do one last thing. I'm going to save this. Ooh. Oh no! Kirsten, why do you have to do this to me? Okay, let me... During the last few minutes, we can do that. Because I don't think we had Thorn Whip as an option originally. Let me move my mic really quickly, because I moved it in order to draw. Thorn Whip. A long, vine-like whip, covering in thorns, you lash out. You can pull a creature up to 10 feet closer to you. The only difficulty is once again that action economy. Where... Ooh, but if you're a nice DM, right? Does it have to be just a creature? Yes, it says creature in here. But nice DMs tend to let you use it for other things. Or we can create a fishing rod item, right? Like a homebrew fishing rod item. Because he wouldn't be the only one who uses fishing rods. Because there are other people who use fishing rods for that pulling closer thing. So that might be another thing that I have to create. While we're here, let me make a list. Not magical items, just homebrew items. Let's write some homebrew items while we're here. We got a little bit of time. Some homebrew items that we can use instead. Actually, one second before I do that. Let me save this to a PNG and then post it on my Discord to get people's opinions on. Let's see. Feedback loop. Uploading. There we go. Opinions, please. Okay, there we go. Back to the swing of things. Okay, so some homebrew items that for sure we would need is the fishing rod now. I can't spell fishing! Fishing rod. Right, so we'll have the fishing rod. For sure needs the pull. Needs to pull forward. Probably the 10-foot thing too. We would have ender pearls. This would probably be like a makeshift misty step. I can't... Ugh, misty step. Esque. There we go. One-time use. What else? The firework crossbow. Or fireworks. Firework arrows more. Actually. What other homebrew items do we need? Basic enchantments. Or things like armor, weapons. Okay. Yeah, ender pearls are basically like Misty Step scrolls. What other things are typically just Minecraft? We should also do wither skulls. Wither. Did I spell wither right? Wither. That does not look right, but I think it is. Wither skulls. 3 needed to use, of course. And then wither stat block. What else? Ooh, the trident. Yeah. Trident. Enchantments. Ooh, totems of undying. I think I did discuss that a little bit before. I'm thinking those are basically like resurrection spells or resurrection scrolls. Resurrection. I can't spell today. Scrolls. I still spelled it wrong. Oh no. Scrolls-esque. Right, because I don't feel like it's a revivify. Or maybe it is. Is it a revivify scroll, or would it be a resurrection scroll? Because I feel like resurrection scrolls make more sense if you think of it like, oh, like a limb chopped off, but you get it back. I'm gonna have to put that in discussions. Revivify. Resurrection. Ooh, oh yeah, ender chests. Okay. I mean, ender chests could be bags of holding. But reflavored. Secret chest spell. Yeah. Or secret tunnel. No. Secret chest spell. It'd probably be a magic item that's reusable. If we use a secret chest. Let's see, secret chest. Secret chest is a 4th level spell. You hide a chest and all its contents on the ethereal plane. You must touch the chest and the miniature replica that serves the material components for the spell. Here, let me just pull this up for you guys to look at also. It's not just me. The 4th level spell. There we go. 4th. Secret tunnel. It's not in here. Disgusting. It really isn't. Okay, well. Oh well. Let me just... Secret... Chest 5E. We'll just look at it here. Okay. So, material components. You can use an action to touch the replica, unoccupied space when in 5 feet. You can spend... After 60 days, there is a cumulative 5% chance a day that the spell effect ends. This effect ends if you cast the spell again. Small replica. Yeah, this might be an option. Because with this one, right, I don't think other people can use it. Right? And if you lose... if you lose the chest, you lose all the items. Actually, yeah, the secret chest spell reflavored might be the option. Okay, what are some other items that we need to translate into D&D? Minecraft items. Let's go see. This is still a good list nonetheless. Also has to be relevant to Dream SMP. Because might as well not make extra work for myself. That's not needed. First, important stuff first. Let's see. Not seeing anything of note just yet. Water bucket is Featherfall. I don't know if I'd make that into like an actual item. I don't know if it'd be a Featherfall. Maybe it's like advantage on Dex saving throws. And then if you succeed, it mitigates the damage. Because Featherfall, I don't really see it as a Featherfall because it's just going to... Featherfall is much slower than that. Well, Water Bucket, like your dexterity saving throwing for sure. So that you don't hurt yourself. What else? And of course, any enchantment books are basically like scrolls that you're able to apply onto your weapons and armor and etc. of choice. I think this is everything that I can think of right now. Right? I can't think of anything else right now. Right? Anybody else can think of anything? Because I am struggling to think of anything. Because I feel like this is all the basics that we need for any homebrew items that we need to make. This would definitely be a future stream. Where we try and figure out damage, try and figure out different features for each of these items. Yeah, Fire Aspect could be like have the features of Green Flame Blade. But not exactly. So that it doesn't count as a spell, but it's just more so as a feature, right? Where it's like, plus 1d6 damage of fire, etc. Alright. I'm looking at all these different items in the game. Not seeing anything. Ooh, maybe shulker boxes could be a bag of holding. They're rare, and bags of holdings are rare. anyone can access it. So yeah, I feel like that might be the shtick. What? Why is reflavored not a word? I call shenanigans. There's tons of different eggs, but those are basically stat blocks rather than item blocks. Yeah, I think this is it for now. And it's a good start nonetheless. If we think of more later, we can think of more. Ooh! Oh my gosh, how could I forget the golden apple? You are right! Golden apple. It definitely, yeah. It would definitely have more than just haste, because it also has regenerative regenerative aspects. And then we have the enchanted golden apple. So we'll leave that empty for now. Haste. Let's see. Yeah, we'll keep this haste plus temp HP, probably. Or HP recovery. Or healing. Alright. Let's see. Also, Karsten, while you're here, can you look over at my drawing and tell me what's your opinion? What gives you more feeling? Right? We have these two major options here. Basically, think Wonderland, think background. I'm trying to get some background practice, or like scenery practice. This first one over here, oh my gosh. This first one over here is basically trying to get that overpowering sense. You are small, you are looking upwards, you're on the ground, and the plants are on you. While this one's more of like an establishing shot, leading you towards a light source. So, opinions on that one. While you're here, of course, might as well ask. Never hurts to ask. As you're thinking on that, I'll think of more Minecraft items. Possibly. What are some other things that are really useful for PvP? I guess we can also make a list of potions. Of typical potions. Oh, I can't spell potions! Plus rarity. Oh, yes, Random Owl, you're very late. I'm almost about to end stream. But if you want a recap, we did some Technoblade cantrips. We came down to the 5. Vicious Mockery had to be cut, sadly, because of action economy. We have... I drew some background stuff because I wanted us to practice on drawing that. And lastly, we started homebrew items. Ooh, it is not for Technoblade's background. It's for my other thing. It is for my other original work that I draw for myself, called Not Alice, where this is like a Wonderland. So like this is your first point of view of Wonderland. No problem, Random Owl. If you have any ideas of homebrew items that are from Minecraft that I need to translate into D&D, this is our list thus far, but if you can think of any more, it's perfectly welcome to help. Because this is like the last thing that we're going to do before I end stream. Let's see. Also, Random Owl, if you want to give me an opinion on which of the two options you like best, I'd also love that as well. Let's see. I'm almost at the 2-hour mark. So yeah, once it turns that 2-hour mark, I think I'm going to end stream. Because I can't think of any other kind of homebrew items to do. So we have... I'm gonna go look at like Skyblock and what items they use. So that might be useful for PvP. Let's see. Different types of potions. Soups also. But it's basically like potions. Not seeing anything else. Let's see. PvP, what are some of the great things to use? Of course, we have our golden apple, the enchanted golden apple. Totems of Undying, we have our weapons. Ooh, okay, I forgot. Armor, weapons, plus shield. There we go. Don't want to forget them shields. Crossbow is part of weapons. Different types of potions. I think that's it for homebrew items that would be useful for the Dream SMP, right? Yeah, I think that's it. So, I guess that's everything for now. Thank you everybody who came and watched. Even if you came late, I appreciate you coming in. And once again, I hope you guys all have a great week, great day, great afternoon, morning, night, whatever time it is for y'all. Stay safe, drink plenty of water, and if you want to join the Discord is in the description. Annyeong, adios.